Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We're going to get it rocking. I had a little glitch on my computer screen. I had to restart right at 9:59. But that's okay. We're here now, baby. Shout out to everybody here. I'll be live and in charge not too long from now. Breaking it down. God bless you all. Thank you so much. We're going to see what's happening with this sideways price action. Still inside these week's trades. Show me the love, baby. Show me the love. 64,287. I'm up $674. Let's see what happens. Volatility is crazy. Up and down on the choppy small time frames. Not a lot to give here. Not a lot of movement. We're going to find whatever is there to be had. Love y'all. Thank you so much. See you soon. Just like that. Just like that. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Bitcoin starting to pump. I didn't want to show up until Bitcoin started to pump. You know what I mean? Because like, it's like, you know what I mean? So once it started to pump, I decided I could come on screen. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Ooh. Hold on one second. I see an issue there on the screen, and I don't like it. I'm going to get rid of it right away. Right away. God bless you all for jumping on in. Appreciate you for being here. Listen to my Spanish techno. You're like, why did he go that way? I just, I spent a month in Costa Rica. I lived in Spanish Harlem. I took Spanish at school. I had Puerto Rican friends. I've been using Spanish my whole life. Donde tú eres? Hey, tú hablas español? Hey, Sammy. So, I got a little Spanish connection there. Love the Spanish. Love the Latinos. I grew up in Spanish Harlem, man. I spent 3 years there. It'll always be part of me. And the Puerto Rican people were really good to me. They took me in. They were very, very nice to me. After they robbed me, but you know what I mean? I'm just joking. I did get robbed though, later on, but it was a crackhead. I mean, I shouldn't have been, I was doing a documentary on crackheads, true story. And I was following him and watching him do all his stuff. No, straight up, I have footage of him just like, because that was cool at the time, and I figured I could market it. That stuff was like getting sold a lot, and I was like, I could market this. Anyway, I was always doing something crazy. I no business being where I was. I wasn't personally, I promise you, I was not doing that. I promise you for a fact. And he told me some crazy stories. I'm telling you, man, I've been some places, and I've seen some things that you may never want to see. Shout out to all the beautiful people here. I'm still long on Bitcoin. As you can see, I'm in a trade here up about $1,000 almost, right? About 960, something like that. And I'm looking for this to break out. The 21s above the 200 were consolidating beautifully. They pumped, they dumped, they pumped. Looks like they cleared out the late longs, and now we're ready to kind of go back up to the short side. I've been long ever since the daily and the 15-minute. And I've been using the 15-minute 200 moving average as my area of protection. So that's kind of how it's been. Yeah, and it's been boring. The last few days have been sideways. I've had nothing to say, but like we've been here on Monday. We were here on Tuesday. And now we're here on Wednesday. You know what I mean? But I still stick to the moving averages. I still stick to the plan. And so far, so good. We're getting a pump there for Bitcoin, 64,540. Sustainable. Can we get this continuation to the upside? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. And I see liquidations further to the upside at about 65,350. Extending it, telling us that Big Red can get us there if we can get some more momentum and get enough of these squeezes, but we just can't. Like we just can't seem to get back above 64.5. We're just like someone is suppressing the price, keeping us down, and not letting us go, man. Ooh, that's hot. That's hot. Always a little too hot at the beginning. You know what I mean? How do you drink it hot if it's too hot over here? Throw an ice cube in there. So I'm still looking for a long. I'm going to break down the top down. I love y'all. I want to show you something amazing. Okay. Which is why you should watch the weekly technical analysis video that I do every single week. I did skip it a couple Fridays this summer, so I can't say every single week. But most, like 90% of the weeks, you're going to see this. Let's show you what's going on here and break it down for you. So if you watch this critical levels, this was 11 days ago. Critical levels, go to 945 in the 945, I believe. Right, watch this. Hold on. Just watch this. Watch this clip for a second. Let it sink in. And then let me show you what happened here. And let me just prove to you that if you just keep coming back to the show and you watch the pre-recorded stuff, it's going to be some gems for you. It's going to be some gems for you. So check this out. There I am. That's me. I might even be wearing the same coat. Am I? No, it might be. No. I think, yeah, no, because I don't have that coat here. All right, ready and hit it. I wouldn't be too stressed about this little dip here. You know, look at the S&P. The S&P has already bounced off the lower trend line nicely, right back to 7,500. So, like, I'm not stressed about a little bit of 10-year yield, blah, 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 blah. They're going to print money, man. It doesn't matter. Look at this bounce here. Looking nice. And Bitcoin's holding 64,000 despite some issues here. So I see this getting back up. And I see a move back to the upside. I may just reposition now. Like, all right, you got me one time, but I like this low here. Stop below the wick and reposition for another move. I think it is going to take some time. Maybe even a little longer, like it might be September or October. But, man, I see a bounce here in consolidation. I'm not stressing this little dump on the S&P. It still looks bullish to me. It didn't take out the previous low.
Boom. Boom. And now let's take a look at the S&P and kind of see exactly what happened there with, what the technical analysis was telling me. Some could say that was a great prediction, but it was what the technical analysis was telling me. And we're at an all-time high right now. We're at an all-time high. Now, we didn't consolidate. I was looking for a little more consolidation. But I was looking for the bounce regardless. And, a massive pump to the upside there. So, yes, and a new floor. Now we just need to consolidate above 7,600, and we're good to go for probably another leg. But beautiful move for the S&P. The entry right there at 74, and you're greatly in the money there. Another beautiful call by the Crypto Lifer, Sam Price. That's me. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. So let's take a look at, are we still in this long? Oh my goodness, the volatility continues. These trades aren't even that big, and they've just been up and down, up and down, up and down. 333 was just flashing there for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the top-down analysis for BTC. I did the same thing on the NASDAQ. If you're a NASDAQ trader, you don't even have to go on, trade the NASDAQ. Why trade the NASDAQ every day? Just take my call once a week. Would have told you to get in right there on the daily. And boom, with a pump to the upside. And it just long the bottoms, man. Go after tweezer top bottoms every time you see them when the stochastics are low. It's really a simple game. Things will start to make more sense when you do it every day. Things will begin to align, and you'll just start doing things out of habit. You won't even really truly realize how and why you're doing them, and next thing you know, you're stuck inside this awesome discipline wheel. So first thing I want to talk about is the monthly. If we take a Fibonacci from wick to wick and go up just from this impulse to that impulse, you can see we hit the 886. You go from the regular impulse, we tapped the 618 already. So that's you don't have to go into the golden pocket every time. We wick to the 618. So once you see the wick for the 618, boom, 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 we're good to go. And we got our measured move here and the bigger measured move. And if you're on Elliott wave A, B, C, this is, that's wave one correction on our way up. Set it to 175,000, all right, by July of 2028, about 2 years from now. We're going on a nice little run here, and Bitcoin will basically 3x, a little under 3x from here. So, and probably a bunch of other things and meme coins and AIs, and will explode. So that's the one thing that I am looking at here for BTC. Okay. And I'm also seeing that we're in this beautiful support and resistance zone. So there's a lot right there on the monthly, just, beginning to tell a story there. So I fat fingered that on my thumb there. And low stochastics, hidden bullish divergence. I'll take it. Do we go lower? Anything is possible. Could we come down to this next support? 47,000? Possibly. I just think it took a lot of sell pressure just to get these two sell-offs. And, I don't know where the world's going to get all that money, but anything is possible, right? We'll also take a look here at the 2-week chart, which to me kind of felt, almost you could say it broke out and then faked, almost feel like it broke out, but whatever. I like this idea too. Bullish divergence. Swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. I'm going to show it 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day until we finally bottom. I did this down here, and then we eventually bottom. I told you I had to 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6. It was like an 8-week period where I just kept saying, I believe we've bottomed around here. I bought 19K here early. I didn't buy it at the dip. I bought it early right there. We dipped a little bit. I was down, 2,500 on my buy or something? Oh no, 3,500. I wasn't stretching. It was I bought that Bitcoin's going to hold me down for the rest of my life. Think about it. Everyone knows it's so crazy. Anyway. And now we're bouncing nicely off this key level. Let's take a look at the weekly. The weekly on this, support or resistance here, that's a double bottom. And then even if you move it up right there to this support region, you can see we use that as support. And the weekly's getting back above the 200 moving average on the weekly. And that's just such a key. This is going to be key for the next couple weeks here. I see us probably going sideways September. And then probably a little bit in October too. We might go 1, 2, 3 months of this could be 3 months of chop, friends. I know. But you know what's better than chop? What's 3 months of chop is better than dumping? Right? I'd rather chop around than dump. Seriously, what's the point? So I like what I'm seeing here for BTC. This works. This calls my name. I can get into this and get it back above that point of control, bounce up to 73.9. So the weekly looks good to me. I like what I'm seeing on the weekly. 5-day chart, going to close a bullish engulfing candle so far. We have 3 days at 10, 3 days at 10 hours. And the 3-day chart did close a bullish engulfer. Does look good to me. Bounced off the bottom trend line. Everything kind of kosher so far for the bulls. For the bulls and Bitcoin. The Bitcoin bulls. So everything is looking good so far. Shoulder, a bit of an inverted head and shoulder. Was it not? That's an inverted head and shoulder to me. Shoulder, head, right shoulder to the upside. It's beautiful on the 3-day. So I'm long on the weekly. I'm long on the monthly. I'm long on the daily. It's been a long time since I've done that. I'll tell you that. There's got to be a reason for it. And I'm just trading probabilities, and now those even align. So I just took those trades individually. Now somehow they all line up. I didn't just sit there and say, I'm going all in and open up all, each individual trade gave me a probability that said this was the move. Love it if we get this move back up towards this 200 moving average. We get above this point of control, which we are. So you want to close a day above the POC, this red line on the VRVP. And it's very likely we're going to head to the next yellow line there at 73,700. 64,350 for Bitcoin, calming down. Again, back and forth, just chop city. So I'm not trading these small time frames right now. I'm long on that 50-minute on the daily. And this has been just what it is. What was that? You heard that? Oh my God. My Siri. Wow, that's so weird. I was like, dude, I know I just heard something, but I thought I might have been, you know what I mean? But I was like, nah, that's definitely real. So crazy when you get you hear something you're not sure. Especially if you're honed in on a live stream and you hear something weird, you're going to be like, what? Because your mind's at a different spot. So, fear and greed. It hit 5 twice and 8. I was screaming those were buys. Both times I bought. I don't know what you did, but those were great times. And, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but beautiful. It worked out. So, yeah. So far, so good. Buying that fear. And you got it. When this is in the shaded region, I pile up. When we're out here in the greed, I dial down. I mean, and I don't sell Bitcoin. I just stopped buying Bitcoin in bulk around here. That's just simple. I buy Bitcoin in bulk in here every 4 years. It's a really simple thing, and I don't sell. It's like a beautiful way to get real rich. It's crazy. But anyway, that's what I believe. You do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor. I figured it out on my own. I did it. No one told me. My dad didn't show me this. My uncle didn't show me. My brother, my father. I didn't have a buddy. I really didn't have a Bitcoin friend who explained this to me. I was the guy all alone. This is what happened. There was seeds, supercells, if you call them. I don't know, but Bitcoin went out into the internet and it hit neighborhoods and random people. And it would just hit these alone individuals. And they'd figure it out finally, and they try to explain it to everyone, and everyone around them just was like, it actually made you antisocial. It made people think you were strange. The more you explained Bitcoin to someone, the more they wanted to get away from you. You know, family and friends began to think you were kind of on some type of internet conspiracy theory. No, they did. It was Bitcoin, 9/11, Sasquatch, Bigfoot, UFOs. Like, it was the same. You know what I mean? People are like, dude, what are you doing, man? I'm like, dude, there's this new little thing, and you can mine it, and you play with it, and they're just like, and I was like, you got to buy this Litecoin on this Coinbase. Like, I said, you know, Ethereum went up, and this Bitcoin's going, man. I'm telling you, man. And I looked like a hippie at the time. I had long hair and a beard. I was watching The Big Lebowski once a week. You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, man, this cryptocurrency's going to the moon, man. You know what I'm saying? And people looked at me like I was out of my mind, bro. My dad was like, my dad caught on pretty early, though. Around $25,000, he knew. I mean, at that point, he knew I had made some money because I'd got in pretty early. So he was like, all right. You know, he did something right. So, you know, God bless my dad, Jimmy Price, and RIP, man. I miss him more than you would ever know. You can never get enough of a good dad or even a tough dad. You know what I mean? But you'll miss them when they're gone, I'm telling you right now. Watching your parents get old isn't fun either, though, I'll tell you that. Thank you, dear Lord, for, like, getting, you know, every year as they get into more ailments and more pains. That's not fun, watching a good friend of yours that you love having to suffer more and more because of just life. Getting old is not easy, my dad would say. So we're looking for a move to the upside. We're looking for a green move to the upside here in the next, and it might even take like 2 or 3 more days. They might draw this one out. And we could get a, you know, what's the negative side? What could happen that we're not expecting? Always have a plan for what you don't think could happen. Might get a bit of a shoulder, head, shoulder. Like, we got to crack this high, that high, so we know that idea is over. Once this high has been taken out, even this high really on a big green candle, kind of justifies the fact that we're not. But we could still be making this head and shoulder pattern that could send us down to 58, 59K. I'm open-minded, folks, even though it looks highly unlikely with this high. Higher, it is a slightly higher high, and that's a higher low. What it's telling me is the trend is going to take out this high now. Okay? Then it's going to come back down for a retest, and then it's going to come and take out that high, likely near the 200 moving average. At this point, it will fulfill its move in the gap of the VRVP and probably have some resistance consolidation around 70,000. If it can hold that level and the bulls can show us that they're not giving it up, we can get this move back to 77K. This could take as long, you know what I mean? This might happen by the end of September, October. You never know. Institutions are still buying up Bitcoin. The dollar is getting printed like you read about behind the scenes. If you don't have money in a scarce asset or something that is rare, perhaps a blue Lamborghini, per se. I'm just, you know. No, but seriously, Bitcoin, man. I'd rather own a Bitcoin and not need one than need a Bitcoin and not have one, man. I'm telling you right now. It's basically like, you know, MRE food. You're just waiting there to use in case it backs you up. You got a different form of currency. Puts you on another plane of diversification. That's all it is for me personally. You can interpret it how you want. Rental income is great. Owning a physical building that you can add to when you want. You can make look nicer here and there. You can depreciate. You can rent, you know, you can actually get a cash flow from. Great. What's wrong with that? Everyone's like, Bitcoin's better. You don't have to do nothing. Okay, but right now yield isn't really amazing for Bitcoin. It's there, but it's sketchy. Do you want to connect your whole wallet somewhere? I don't, personally. I know a lot of people have no problem doing it. I'm not there yet. You know, so take the rental income. It's not on a C phrase. You know what I mean? Like, there's a little bit of security there to owning a building and having a title. You know, for me, I don't know about you. And I've been a Bitcoin a long time. I'm a Bitcoin guy. And I've been investing a long time. I didn't really own real estate until 5 years ago. It's new, it's still a new venture to me that I'm beginning to unfold into. But I dreamed it, thought about it, and meditated on real estate for 20 years. And every time I look at landscaping, I like nice landscaping. I like buildings that look clean. Whenever I see a dirty building, I want to buy it and re-landscape it, make it look nice. You know, do something cool to it. Clean it up, make the whole neighborhood look beautiful. So I'm looking for this higher low back to the upside for Bitcoin. Daily looks good. And then the 1 hour's kind of just doing its thing. And what to me looks like still a bit of a flag here. Despite its, its slow ways. And I'm just going to keep that 21 above the 200 in my nature. And yeah, we're just looking for this move somewhere to 66, 461. Hopefully in the next, 5 to 10 hours. And that's my prediction for BTC. That's what I'm doing. I'm long. And my stop loss is below these double bottom 62.3. I use the daily 200 moving average here too. I'm below these wicks there at 62.2. So they bring us down there. I get liquidated. They start to turn this and make it a right shoulder. Yeah, I'll get taken out. Most I'll lose is about 1,400. So there we go. Yeah, and some days aren't that exciting. Some days are. I still find this very exciting. There could be a massive short squeeze today. That looks very, very close to happening. Big red is getting darker and a little more maroon, which is telling me the order book is getting a little heavier. Shorts are loading in, which is making them a target for the bigger players. Market makers. And I wouldn't be surprised if we go, look, you could look at this and zoom in. And I wouldn't be surprised if we go sideways another 10 hours. But the 21 above the 200, the way it's curving, the golden cross, the moving averages, the double bottom here, these are all really strong signs. It's a point of control that we're back above. These are all really strong signs. We will get a continuation to the upside. And BOOKMAP is just adding insult to injury here that we're likely going to get that move. And yeah, I like what we're seeing there for BTC. Let me jump on into the chat. See what the chat is doing. See what y'all are having, focused on right now. And see where we're at. God bless everybody here on the stream. Thank you so much for jumping on in. A robust, strong streak for August. I really appreciate it. I'm really grateful for everything in which I have and all the people here. Really am, truly, from the bottom of my heart. Wow, we have a lot of super chats coming in right now. Let's take a look at what's happening with the lifers and the fan funding. Life, Iffer, Mo Gaines, right? Finally, the lifer has come back live. The most electrifying man in all of crypto. Can you smell what Sam is cooking? My man, Cryptic Rick in the house. Thank you so much for always being attentive. OKB. Let's take a look at OKB right off the bat. Watching this AIN. Remember, I had a little thing on it. I came back down, but something, I don't know why. My mind's telling me something brewing with that. I get these weird intuitions. I can't explain it. Coin tuitions I get. Did I just coin a new crypto term? Coin tuitions, man. Come on, man. I just made something up there. Don't steal it from me. First time you've ever heard it, coin tuitions. It's either the price you pay to win. Dude, I like what you're seeing here for OKB. And you're just like using the system, plugging it in. And isn't it interesting? You're using an AI system. I identify it. Or you're not. I don't even know if you are, but you remember you said you just use like a scanner. But this is just so beautiful, right? I'm going to add an alert to this and keep this kind of on my radar. That looks good to me. And okay, that's the exchange coin, right? And there's going to be doing something there. And maybe they get some coins. Maybe they get IF. Maybe it gets big. And shout out to Jesse B in the house. God bless you, Jesse. Lifer, how's that Sol long looking? Let's take a look at Sol. I mean, it should look just like BTC, technically. Oh, yeah, no, still just sideways, man. Hasn't done a dang thing yet. Hasn't got stopped out. Hasn't done anything. Just sits. Just sits with the higher low waiting. We got to find out if Bitcoin moves. Once Bitcoin moves and then goes more sideways, boom. Yeah, he said, Biometch. Sam, it's Kenneth, the Discord since 2020. Thank you. That's amazing. God bless you for being super, super supportive. I emailed the Crypto Lifers Gmail yesterday evening. It only good through Thursday, so quick look before then would mean a lot. All right, so I got to check an email through a super chat, which is a big ask on the live stream. But seem like a good guy that's doing the right thing. Let's see. I get a lot of emails, though, so that's going to be tough for me to find. I'm not sure which, Kenneth. And you emailed, yeah, I don't know if I can be doing that right now, but I'll take a look at it later on today if we can and zero in on it. Yeah, I don't see anything right off the bat either, just right away, but we'll see. Right. All right. What if we'll make it? You know what? It may not. It may go to zero. You only put what you're willing to lose in coins like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I asked for tweezer bottoms, low Stokes. I like it. I like it. It's a pretty good ask. You know what I mean? Simple stuff, right? I mean, it's like, why reinvent the wheel, man? We know it works. Just keep doing the same stuff over and over again. Thank you for being you, Sammy. Blessings to you and the fam. And showing up every day. Big love. Let's make August a big month. Shout out to Milligan's Travels. Just really good energy on the channel. There always was, but lately, I just feel like the only people here are full of love and positivity and progression. Like, we have whittled it down to the best. Like, this is the Navy SEALs of crypto lifers now. You know what I mean? People have come and gone. We know because people come when it pumps. And then people hate when it dumps. And we've been through the roughs and the toughs and the ups and the downs. And then now you're in this, like, kind of more of like a more observatory, slower summer month. And we're in the midst of this. And we're grinding through it. You know? And the people that are here now, love me. And don't hate on me at this point because it's, you know, or they secretly hate on me, which is fine. I love the secret haters. They're actually some of the best because they tune in every day. They love it. They just can't get enough. Like, they don't understand why they can't stand you, but they love you. You know what I mean? It's like that. Like, but I love y'all. If you're out there, if any of you are out there, put a 444. Identify yourselves. I love y'all. I love you guys. You know. But so look, this is a retracement after a massive pump. You want to take a look at your daily 4-hour time frame. Something. We want to add the C. Let's see. Let's add an MA here. And you're just going to flip your MAs to the 21. I like to make it white just because that's just how I does it. Yeah, and look, you kind of lost the MA there on the 4. Very far away. You came to the MA on the daily time frame. That's kind of where you should get some support. And when you pump like that for days away from the daily moving average, I guess the 12 hours really going to serve us here. 8 hours really, yeah. So you're going to look for a tweezer bottom on the 8 hour. You know, and then what you want to do is you want to take a Fibonacci retracement of this entire move. And I mean, it came back down to the 786. I mean, that's a viable, you know, it makes sense. You know, that makes sense. You pumped like unbelievable. If you came even to this wick, you're in a pretty good spot. So, hey, people are believing in it. Look at all the buys coming in right now for what if, right? So, yeah. And people, you know, when things run up, no one wants to buy. When they come back to retracement, it gives people an opportunity. What if, baby? And this has been around the market. It shows that it can gain momentum. Bitcoin starts to pump again. This starts to pump. The whole market's going to talk about it. It's going to rip. It's set up. It could go to zero, but it's set up for a rocket ship. So, yes, it can easily go to zero, but there's nothing else set up better than what if right now, in my humble opinion. New chain, which is speculative. People are going to think about it. And, you know, more exchange listings, more know-how, and just, more notoriety. I do own the coin. So there you have it. I have some of the coin. $5-6 grand of it. Not a huge amount, but, pretty good chunk compared to most. We'll see what happens. So I'm in there. I will disclose I own some of the coin. And I'm speculating on it just to see, because too many people, when everyone talks about something, I feel like I got to have a piece of it. Pepe was the most tweeted thing. Every day I went on X and it was Pepe, Pepe, Pepe. It would be on the right side. Most trending thing, Pepe. And I started being like, first day I saw that, I went to the chart. And then I saw like a good chart. I saw an Adam and Eve double bottom. from there, I said, man, I think this can go. Right. And then I started, you know what I mean? It's like I made a move. Then I started trading it. And so it was the constant notoriety of the coin that told me I should look at it. See, I look at people. Some people only do TA. Other people ape into anything they see and don't even know what a chart is. Then there's people that, do a little bit of both. I'm a speculative investor. I use the charts to help me speculate if they give me a higher probability of a win. Like if a coin looks good and I like it, then I zoom in and it's above the 21 on the daily, I probably won't touch it. But if I look at it and it's near the 786, now it's looking a lot more appealing, isn't it? If your whole life you only bought the 786, the odds of you winning would be way higher than someone that just bought randomly without knowing anything. Oh man, there's so much crazy stuff going on online lately. Anyway, so this is a healthy retracement, personally for me. Only coins I would really take a look at. I'd look at Solana, which is staying a little green there. Right? And look, we're just staying inside this flag here on Bitcoin. Like I call this Sid's way. And August is a sideways month. September can be tough too. I said something to my trading group that's hard for me. I want us all trading all the time, pumping it up, getting it going, volume to the roof, the lifers take over, billions on billions. But you know what? Sometimes the market doesn't give you what you need. And I talk to my students like trading is like surfing. And you take the waves that the market gives you. You take the waves that the ocean gives you. You don't go into the ocean and demand waves. You can, but nothing might happen. You don't wake up in the morning, give me my trade. Put the 21 above the 200 and just give it to me. No, you sit there and wait for your setups that play out. Like, look at me today. I know when we get above the 1 minute 200 moving average that we tend to pump. The second this candle closed above it, I could have longed with a stop below the white line and just waited for a pump. If it pumped, I would have been like, oh my gosh, that's what I've studied for years. Like, it's not like, and it's still exciting and fun to win, but I would have been like, okay, that's exactly what I want to see happen. So when I think of that, I realize that there is probability that exists and there is a way to win. And if you're disciplined and only trade the what like right now, the 21 is above the 200. It's telling you that we could long this right here. The probabilities are saying, hey, take a long, put a stop below like the white line, the 21 moving average if you can, or somewhere around this area. It's a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. It's the 21 above the 200. It's a consolidation. And it looks like we could get the bump. We're back up about $800, $900 again. I haven't rejoiced any of these wins yet because this has just been, we've been here multiple times now. Up about $1,100. One's a daily trade, one's a 50-minute scalp that just ended up taking days. And that's what happens. You never know what the trades are going to do. You set your stop losses and you stay in them. That's the key. The key is not to get crazy over them and go for 500 to 3,000 a day. That's what I do. That adds up over time. You start hitting, and then there's days where I swing trade coins. I can make 60 grand a weekend. I've done it. I've made some big money on, just in a couple days swing trading all coins. So anything could happen to you. You got to focus. My biggest days are yet to come. I know it. Like, I'm going to make some of my biggest money. My biggest one-day win is yet to be here. And yours is too. Forget about me and my bragging. It's like, and I don't want to brag. It's more like opportunity. Your opportunity is my opportunity. If I believe this opportunity, you should believe this opportunity. You create opportunity by attracting it to yourself, by believing that you are the opportunity. It's simple. I wake up every day. I'm amazing. I help others. I'm a good mentor. I'm a good father. I am an amazing person that can help others. I am an amazing piece of God that can spread energy. Right? I am. You speak in affirmations. I ams. Very important. You write it down. I am going to build, And then I do dangle things in front of my head to keep me going. Like this beautiful mansion. You know what I mean? And some would say, who cares? I want land. You're right. I mean, for 17 million and have no land and just look out over the water, I could agree. You could have a giant farm and cattle. But if you have this, you probably have another 5 mil for the land, you know? But this is just sitting right there, right on the water, chilling. Only thing about this, only 4 bedrooms. 8,000 square feet for 17.5. But it's you're buying that land overlooking the water, man. You're buying a piece of Sarasota that no one will ever get a piece of ever again. Like, it's just unbelievable. Anyway, it does have some land. It's got the walk to the dock. Unbelievable. Insanity. But I remind myself that to some people, that's peanuts. That's just one of many to them. Like, they're just, you know what I mean? Just like my life is, their life is just more accelerated. And it's not that big of a deal. It's just a digit. And that I can get there too if I desire to get there. If that's that important to me, then I can get there. That is a possible thing to do. It will take time, perseverance, a lot of pain and anguish going after something you believe in. It's not going to be easy every single day, discipline and consistency. But if I push myself the way I push myself today with CryptoLifer.com and I open other ventures and keep moving, definitely those things are possible. And they're possible for you too. Never cap yourself. Why? Why market cap yourself? That's ridiculous. You have unlimited potential. You don't even know your true potential. Neither did I. Neither do I. Yeah, nor do I, right? But like, we look at things and we think we know. But just be so open-minded that anything is possible, and it will be. Unreal. Like, what a good statement, though. But that's true. We are the reality, folks. Henry Ford, whether a man thinks he can or thinks he can't, he's probably right. And I say that every day now on the channel more than ever. Because it's so true. You are you. Your life is you. You're in control. I ain't getting no rest. I'm wondering too, like, when to put these stops to break even, because it's taken forever over here. I think this one's, I'm going to move that one to breaks. The other one's the daily one. That's a bigger one. The smaller scalp, I just moved the stop to break even. So now I can only lose like a G, which is kind of, you know what I mean? Like, it's really like not that big of, it's crazy how the risk isn't that small for how long I've been in the trade. Bit of a cup and handle now forming for Bitcoin. Can we Sammy cup and handy our way out of this and get a move here to the upside? It's been a long time since I've seen the ocean. I guess I feel like being nice today. Let's give some bread away to some people, man. Let's do something nice. I'm just in a good mood, and giving feels good. Like, and I'll receive if I give right now. Having haters been here since 2019, Sammy. Having haters means you're succeeding in life, and they are projecting. Always spread those positive vibes. Put it in the universe what you want back. Let's get it 100%. Thank you so much for your nice words, man. Such nice people. If you want to trade where I trade, where I just move my stop loss to break even seamlessly on weeks using a TradingView widget where I can see everything TradingView gives me, which is my moving averages, my RSI, my strategies combined, and then just drag and drop play, which is just beautiful. When I drag and drop my stop loss, absolutely beautiful. You can get rid of it if you want. You can set a new one real quick. Boom. Look, that one's going to be in 120 in profit. And I'm going for $2,000. So, I'm risking a gain of 120 to make $2,000 now. Amazing, right? That's what you want to. You want to be risking gains for more gains. That's like when you're in that position, things are going well. Doing what you got. Oh, hello. What was that? Hello? Hit the mic there, and we got a little. That was a bit odd. Hello. Check. 1 2 1 2. Hello? Okay. Yeah. Don't mess with my microphone. That's the one thing that get me going, man. My mic is my life. Isn't that funny? The voice in the life. The voice, man. Shout out to my beautiful people here. Let me jump back into the real chat, too. So we talked about what if. We broke that down. We looked at OKB. We looked at Solana. What if again there? Thank you. The most electrifying man. Can you smell what Sam is cooking? Cryptic Rick is hooking me up, getting me hyped. Lifer is a blue chip. Shout out to my man Mo Gaines. I like Mo Gaines. It just goes well. God bless Mo Gaines and the fam, man. Hope everything's going well with you, Mo. One of my good friends, Mo Hit. My buddy Mo Hit. My buddy 6'3" tall Mo Hit, baby. Out of New Row. Shout out to Mo Hit if you out there. Love you, Mo. Hope everything's going well with you and yours. God bless you. Look, 333. As I mentioned, the Mo Hit. My man. Saw him at my dad's funeral. Made me cry my eyes out. I missed you, Mo. God bless you, bro. Okay, so. Bitcoin. Looking bullish. Small time frames heating up. 1 minute in the model. Right now, the 1 minute itself is in the model with the cup and handle. So what we're talking about, we just got the pump out the cup and handle. Boom. We've got this, though, here, and just never seems to get back above 64.5. It's like someone snatches the liquidity every time. Now we're back up $1,000 about. All right. Marcus, Sam is the best trading mentor ever. Life coach, been here for 4 years. My trading in crypto stocks and futures would not be here where I am without him. That's amazing, man. Thank you so much. I truly don't even know the impact I've had on people's lives because I've gone live every single day and it's turned into a blur, right? But these types of comments really keep me going, and your constant dedication, man. Every day you give, like everyone, he gives 10 memberships a day. They're like $3 to $4.99 or something. That means he's giving $50 to the channel, like, and I'm talking every day. Like he's done it daily or every other day for a month and a half. I don't know how long. So the man is unendingly abundant in his giving. Like, you can learn from somebody like this. And I'm getting, again, it doesn't have to be me. It could be anywhere else. It's like, yeah, give to my channel. You know, it'd be so funny, right? That's such a give to my channel like he did and you'll be benefited. You know, it's such a Canterbury Tales. Like they used to pay the priest, you know, and the priest would say, you know, if you pay me, then, you know, your sins will be, you know. But, my whole point is use his example, though. Like his fearlessness, giving is fearlessness. That's what people don't realize. You can't love. All right, let me break something down. When I was living a life that was degenerative and just not, I wasn't really progressing. I was going to or I was staying in the same place. Like I really wasn't moving forward, which is also degenerative because when you're not moving, when a plant doesn't grow, is that good for it? No. It's not dying. It's just staying exactly in the same place. Like when a plant isn't doing anything, it's usually about to die, right? Like it's probably going to go backwards soon. So for the human mind and the human body, we must progress. We must continue to progress. The second we stop progressing, we're getting sick. There's something wrong. There's a dis-ease in our life. Disease is dis-ease. Ease is the flow. When something's easing, it's flowing. An easement allows you to walk through another person's property. It allows you to flow through. That's why it's called an easement. Okay? When you're in a state of disease, you're unflowing. You're in a non-flow state. Progression is flowing. When a river is flowing, when liquidity is flowing, when prices is pumping up, it's progressing up. Inverted head and shoulder on turbo, please. We'll take a look at that, Cryptic Rick. So with that being said, you need to get into the mix of flow. Okay? Or you don't need to do anything, but you should desire a flow lifestyle where you're in the flow and you're in a state of giving. So by Marcus coming to the channel every day and giving, and that's his thing. Like that's his way. He found his little way. He gained a lot from me. He gets a lot from giving to me. When you gain a lot from somebody, when you give to them, it feels really, really good. You know? It just, you know what I mean? So when someone helps you in a way what you believe is life-changing, like where things will never be the same for you, oh man, giving to them is like giving to yourself. It's almost like and then you think maybe they might do it for someone else. Then you're in the regenerative thought process where your thoughts are so positive that you want other people to have the experience you had because you know it was a good one, right? That's why people write reviews about good vacations. I went here. It was amazing. I highly advise you go check it out. I went to this place, that place, the views from the cliffs, blah, 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 right? wherever it may be. Inverted head and shoulder. I mean, kind of shoulder, head, right shoulder there. You mean this little one right there on the daily, right? Yeah. And there is a green. A little bit of bull div too as well. You can see that we're moving up on the RSI, but down on price action. So there, and we did get a reaction there. So you're kind of honing in. You're speculating that memes are pumping. Turbo might get a move again. You want to look at your 8-hour? I do see the inverted. A little trouble in paradise there with the rejection of the 8-hour 200 though. And again, if Bitcoin takes a dump, it doesn't make it through this, which could happen. This will probably dump. Bitcoin rips and then goes sideways. This could move. You're still at the mercy of Bitcoin. I don't think people realize that. They think everything is independent up until a certain point. Man, I just thought about October 10th, and I was like, well, sitting eating, and my buddy's like, and I'm like, 109? What? I think we were like 119, right? And next thing it was like 106 or something. I'd be looking more for the same idea here, like this. See this kind of cup and handle? I see the shoulder, head, right shoulder, but it's messy. Even this kind of, you know what this is too, though? This is interesting. Because, wow, that's continues to happen, right? That's an Adam and Eve double bottom. Broke out, hit the flag, did the pump, which was the measured move, came back for the retest of this area. Could be a very keen area to get into along. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. But if Cryptic Rick likes to trade these, like some of the smaller coins than I do, but the setups play out, and he's showing you that through, what we're looking at. You would be looking for a bounce here, and then a continuation. And I wouldn't be surprised if we did see it up at that, quadruple 9232? Quadruple 0932. Yeah. Bitcoin looking good, man. Send it, baby. We're finally up over $1,000. First time I've seen it. It may have been up more, but I haven't been awake for it or around on the chart. And this is a slow summer grind. A win is a win. One of these trades is already locked in profit. The other one is a bigger trade. We're gonna, for a long term. The crazy thing about this is it's likely to get rejected one more time and get tight and then break out. And that if we hold shift down and go sideways there with the plus sign on, you have to have the plus sign, otherwise you won't. Might be another 32 minutes of consolidation. Beautiful cup and handle though. 21 above the 200. I mean, everything going our way. I use this candle low right there as my area of, and as we keep breaking highs, like if we break this high and retest, I then bring my stop up to here then, right? That's 165 now. So then if I did get stopped up for the other one, look, now I'm only losing 860, maybe 900 after fees. That ain't bad when you've been making money throughout the last few weeks and we're just risking a little bit of what you remember. And I made that $1,000 the other, was it Monday morning? Remember? We started the week. I made $1,000. I then took the $1,000 and I traded the daily with it. You remember? And I said, I'm going to go one for $6,000. Then I scalped like 400 for $2,000 on the 15. And I just been doing that. That hits, I'll make 10 grand. We go up to 67, 7,000, 70,000. I'll make a nice, I'll hit 2 here and 6 up there. And I'm positive I hit 2 here. Even before this, I might find another scalp on the 1 minute. I just been waiting out because the small time frames have been like, They haven't really been amazing for me to want to, like this. If I wasn't in a trade, I would be taking this trade. The one I'm showing you right now, where my stop actually was moved to. I'd be in there with my stop down there. Exactly like I'm showing you the trade here. The 3, it actually already pumped. I mean, you're in the green from when we gave it. Let's take a look at stable. I think you should move in and have a desk inside the office, Cryptic Rick, and just sit here with me. It's got to happen soon, right? We got to start having that stuff. All right, let's look at stable. I put a long for stable recently. You can see by the red that I was long on this puppy. Never did. Wow, it didn't play out. It didn't get stopped out, though. They got very close to stopping us out. But look, they got held by the daily 200. That's why you use that area for support or resistance. But wow, man, it consolidated for so long and then never did the thing. That trade is still open right now. I'm not, you know what I mean? Hey, Lifer, check Doom on Sol. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I saw Doom on Sol. Thank you, man. I did see that. I was looking at it like 2 days ago. Thanks for telling me about that, because it did slip my mind. If Stable's going to pump here, I expect an elongated timing of it, and it looks like it's going to go shoulder, shoulder, head, come back up. Something like this. It just take its time. It does, however, suggest it is going to bounce back to the top of the channel to about 0402. Crazy we can feel your hair grow. Like I feel like my hair just finally like pushed out and went bonk and like did that final move. Call me crazy, but I feel like I felt my, either that or like, I don't even want to unmet, but it felt like I could feel my hair grow on the top of my lip. So crazy. Insane, right? Yeah, I know. So that would be a bigger move. It's the coffee. It's got me really in tune. It's the caffeine. Stable looks like it's just going to take its time. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it goes on a massive tear to the upside, but yeah, there's Bitcoin back at the top, off the top of the channel, just as suggested. So far, though, everything's still good. The more consolidation we get, the better for me, especially on a Wednesday. I'll take it. Right? That's kind of what we're looking for. Let's check Doom on Sol using Dex Screener. Doom on Sol. All right. It's got big volume. But look, it looks like it got ripped and dipped. And then it has kind of a head and shoulder there. You would pull a fib from Impulse. And you see we're kind of bounce off the 786, which could be somewhat promising. It does look more spread out like a head and shoulder pattern. You say, well, that was the falling wedge. We broke out of it. Now we're going sideways. We do have a trend line to uphold. You can see how that could create a bit of an ascending triangle that could break out. Not much information, too, on the smaller time frames. I mean, very high risk. I don't know why it's so hot or why anyone would like it. I'm not, advocating it all, so. Just handling a request from the people out here on the live. Really low volume. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. It's like, you heard that you heard that old Japanese, I think it's a Japanese, I don't know if you call it Japanese fable, folklore. But like, what is it? A man has a son, and the neighbor comes and he says, oh no, I think it's bad luck. Your horse got away. It looks like last night one of your horses ran away. He's like, that's bad luck. And the guy looks at him and he goes, maybe yes, maybe no. Right. Next day, the horse comes back and somehow 2 wild horses follow it. And the man ends up with 2 more horses. And the neighbor says, wow, that's good luck. Look what happened to you. And the man says, maybe yes, maybe no. Right? So then the son goes out and he says, that those horses are wild. I need to tame them. Right? And during that time, the military comes out and they need every able man. And they send a notice to the father. And his son has to go to war. And the neighbor says, oh man, that's bad luck. I'm so sorry. And the father says, maybe yes, maybe no. Right? And so then the son goes out and he trains one of the stallions. And the son breaks his arm. Right? And he can't go to war then. Like, he can't go, right? And the neighbor says, that's so lucky. And the neighbor says, maybe yes, maybe no. Right? And so, like, it just tells you that, like, you're always in a state of what could or could not be. And as sad as it is, like, not to get too overexcited about anything and not to get too depressed about anything either. And it be as stable as you can through this life and to get through the ups and downs. And, you know, the most stable men, the strongest men are the ones that just, like, are poised no matter what. They're poised in a ballroom when someone's about to go crazy on them. They're poised when someone's disrespecting. You know, they're about to do the right thing, but it's going to be done right. You know, the best men are poised and ready. Big pump for Bitcoin, baby. Puts us in position. Gets us out. Finally breaking back above resistance here for BTC. Pumping. This is you, Kukui, to raise the energy. God bless you, man. Thank you. Exactly. This is your cue to raise the energy. Let's go, baby. Let's bring it to the upside. Let's raise that energy to the upside. Came back with 2 more women. Bad luck. I have to buy more mega clothes. You're funny, man. Anyway, let's hook it up as we start to pump here. Let's do something interesting here and hook you guys up. Okay, so what we're going to do, we got to do something fun. All right. I've got 2 objects. I've got 2 objects down here in one hand, one in the right, one in the left, right? I'm moving them around. I've got a bottle, okay? And I've got a coin, all right? Now, one is in the left hand, the coin is in one hand, and the bottle is in another. I'm moving them back and forth right now. You know what I mean? I'm moving them back and forth. And then we're going to pick a number between 1 and 20, all right? I'm gonna pick the number right now, and I'll write it in my notes just so it's like been done. And so all you have to do is guess where the bottle is, where the coin is, and write a number. You get what I'm saying? So it would be like left bottle, right coin, 16. You see what I'm saying? All right. You get it? So I'm moving them back and forth. And a bunch of people might have the same answer. I just have to see it. So I might not see your answer and you might get it. You have to be okay with that. Okay? All right, I finally stopped the movement. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at who can get it. First person did it right was Joe B, who actually did the right thing. Yep. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to look for the number. When I see the number, I'm then going to look for the answers. Winner gets $100 USDT, man. Keep it running. Let's go, man. Want to hook some people up. Feels good to give every time on the channel. Shout out to everybody here on the live joining the Crypto Lifer Show. Right now, we're doing a $100 USDT giveaway if you want to jump on in. I put a coin in one hand and a bottle in the other. You got to guess it with a number between 1 and 20. That's kind of an odd thing, but, you know, it's interesting, right? I haven't seen the combination yet. I will have to take the coin out of one hand at one point. Okay, I think I saw it. I think I may have seen it. I'm going to go back up again. Okay. But you know, technically, yeah, you could say 1 because then it would have to be default, right? I see what somebody did there. Wow, that's crazy. And look, they just gave back the entire pump. This is just so weird, man. No follow through today, all up and down on the small time frame. Constant. I saw it. I just seen it. My man, Crypto Sasquatch. I feel like you've won before. I really feel like you've won before. But Crypto Sasquatch, man. 18 was the number. Left was the bottle. Right was the coin. Email us, Crypto Lifers, from this channel here. And yeah, we're going to hook you up. Shout out to Steve Moreland, man. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much, man, for playing, dude. That's awesome. You're in there, dude. I hope you use that USDT to make billions and billions of dollars. May God bless you so much, and thank you so much for being here. Wow, right back inside the pattern too. Now that looks like it might right shoulder and dump on us. That's divergence usually. That's usually like a push up that really gets you nowhere. Makes me almost want to cover the daily now or just close both trades and call it an $800 day. I mean, it's been very vicious. Like I'm up now, like just end it and start again tomorrow. This is nuts. Or to watch the daily just rip out of nowhere, right? Congrats, brother. Hell yeah, blessed. Amen. Yeah. Thank you. First time ever. Thanks, Sammy. God bless you, man. I've seen you around, though. I like that name, Crypto Sasquatch. I remember watching Harry and the Hendersons growing up. One of my favorite movies. So I'm very partial to the Sasquatch. He's a nice guy, Harry, man. He had feelings. You know, they made you love him. He's like New York Open Scam Pump. It's kind of been crazy recently today with the volatility. You know, news has been pending up and down. We got hormone, so left hand money, right hand, more money. I like it. Crypto Taco in the house, man. God bless you, brother. I was so close. So many times it can be. Yeah. PA is madness this summer. Of course, I mean, it always is going to be madness, but we're still on the 21. We're still above the 200. We're still consolidating. You know, we can almost expand it and say, is it a rising wedge that wants to break out parabolically here? And do we end up kind of getting this bigger move to the upside? And all this is also possible for Bitcoin. All right. Yeah. Can you look at AT, USDT? I did 9 instead of 18. Holes? You're funny. I don't know what that means. I did 9 instead. You were playing golf, man? Oh, you did 9 instead of 18. Yeah. Dexy Coin Sammy. Almost. My man. Can we get this bounce here off of this resistance? Mac to the upside would be nice. Yeah, I thought today was a rising parabolic wedge, but then we grabbed. Hey, they're getting some strong wicks here, though. I'm staying strong, man. I'm just going to keep my trades going. I could only lose $800, like 860, so I've got good protection. I like where we're at. We'll go from here. I'm going to stay strong in the trade. Let's take a look at something that I keep looking at every single day, which is ETH Bitcoin. This is telling us a story about the overall bigger market. When you finally bottom, ETH Bitcoin gets an edge. Why? Because when Bitcoin bottoms, so does Ethereum. And when Ethereum pumps with Bitcoin, it makes a little more of an edge because it has a smaller market cap, right? So at the same time, you know, Bitmine keeps buying more. They just staked more ETH, right? That Tom Lee he's got, I think 4% of the entire supply staked or something crazy. So if ETH does anything, it'll be Tom Lee. He'll become like a trillionaire, right? He's the ETH whale. Michael Saylor is the Bitcoin whale, right? Aerodrome, please. My baby, man. We'll take a look at that. Thank you so much, Crypto Rick, for all these super chats, man. You're keeping it moving. You're actually adding to the show a lot. I really appreciate that. We've got this. We have a big breakout soon as we've been consolidating since Monday. I mean, it tells us we have to get a pretty big move soon. I don't know. You know, I don't love Ether. You could say double bottom cup and handle needs to bounce. Let it consolidate here, but it could also head and shoulder back down here. So I like to see it to consolidate and round out a little more so we can get more of an idea that it can bounce. Very aggressive buy right now, but it could be great. Stop would have to be deeper than about, I'd say, 0.2. And this is the ETH BTC chart, right? And then I take a look at Ethereum as well, just by itself, right? That makes sense to me. And I've been bullish on Ethereum. And you could see why. Like, it's very similar to Bitcoin, but it's a little closer to the 200. It's a little more bullish than Bitcoin. Just, you know what I mean? Just because it can magnetize closer to the 200 pretty fast. To me, that was your bottom for Ethereum at 1544. That was your last chance. And you had bullish divergence both times. And you haven't seen bull div on ETH 1, 2, 3... like 4 times since 2020. You know what I mean? It's a once in a quarter on the daily, and then it's way bigger on the bigger time frames. This channel is great. Shout out to Bitcoin Tutor. God bless you, man. Tonight is Sandus earnings. That company is up from 40 to 2,000 in the past year. Sandus is out of control. I'd look for it to kind of balance out. Let's take a look at what is on the radar for Sandus. I love to see. I've been using Sandus for a long time. Their products, so. I was saying there was a good buy there near the 200 moving average on the daily, near the 786, and circled it. You can see we kind of bounced off of it. So people bought the dip already, and it went from 974 all the way back to 1400. Kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, did a 50% move, and that little action there. Is it realistic? What do I see happening? We got to really look at it on the bigger time frame. The 21 on the weekly is substantial. It's a place where you could, really get a move, and I would look at this on the weekly. Weekly being oversold, I see this as a weekly play. It tells us it's going to 32, and maybe a bigger pullback will come from there. I'm overly bullish on this, probably more than I should be. The weekly looks good to me. There's hidden bullish divergence on the weekly, which tells me that you're more likely to break this high than this low. 3-day also looks very oversold with hidden bullish divergence. So I believe you can long Sandus right now with a stop below and get a move to the upside. Yeah. The target, the TA tells me we're solid on it, but hey, you do whatever makes you happy. I can't, I am not a financial advisor, and I'm not going to ever tell you what to do with your money. I'm going to teach you how to use the moving averages and back test and stochastics RSI and just find probabilities, divergences. I'm going to teach you your Fibonacci's. I'm going to show you how to read candle bodies, top to bottom. I'm going to show you what time frames to use it when. I'm going to show you how to intraday trade. I'm going to show you how to trade in the small time frames. I'm going to show you how to trade weekly time frames. I'm going to show you how to trade the daily through intra-weekly. And I'm going to teach you how to have both trades open at the same time, how to have the daily open while you're scalping the 1 minute, and how to basically manage multiple trades at once. That's something I couldn't do at first. It was one trade at a time. I wasn't, opening and closing and ripping and dipping and flipping and maintaining as well. Like, I know exactly what I'm doing. It's all, and I learned my trading style. I learned I need to have scalps open with long-term trades. Otherwise, I would cut my long-term trades open too small. So I can keep my long-term trades open if I can have scalps going behind the scenes, because I'm feeding the need to take profits as it's pumping. And then I'm okay. And then I can move that stop to break even. And then whatever happens, I've still made maybe $2-3 grand. Like, if this scalp hits, I make $2 grand. And then we end up kind of getting up $500-600 and it looks lackluster on the daily. Then, I can point and take it. And remember, we're still, even if we lose 860, we're using 1,000 that we made already. I just want to keep repeating that. I've been very, very low risk this week, because why lose your money in a slower market like this? It's about maintaining, and I still I still might make $6 to $8 grand, which is great. You make $6 to $8 grand a week. You do that for 4 weeks, that could be $32,000. In 10 months, that's 320 grand. That's dang near 400 grand. And 480, I think, is the highest tax bracket in America. So, now you're making some serious money. And that's just and that's one stream of income, right? As long as I don't let leverage trading become my life. I want it just to become a stream of income. I don't want to you know what I mean? I don't want to be sniffing it all day long. You know what I mean? It can get to you. You got to learn how to balance it out. And this price action is treachery. Look at the emotions people are having up and down. It's not fun to watch this stuff go up and down like that all day long. I also want to look at ETH on Tether. Yeah, so ETH on Tether to me just looks looking like it's going to bounce back to the top of this channel. And I'm looking for consolidation here. August consolidation. By the 27th of August, we get it. We're starting to get this a bigger move. Once ETH has 5 to 7 candles above the 200 moving average on the daily, friends, that's it. That's it. Right there, we did 4 candles above 21 curved, and that massive move. We made a nice flag here on the 21, massive move. We got above here. That was the end of this pullback in 2023. And this here was boom. I'm looking for that type of ignite, that type of blast for Ethereum. So, and I haven't been bullish on Ethereum. I usually don't talk about it. I like to talk about assets when they're worth looking at. And Ethereum really hasn't been worth looking at in a long time. I believe it's worth looking at right now. You know, this higher low, the way it's positioning, the way it bounced off a divergence, bigger time frame. This is years and years of me culminating to really believe in these type of signals. These are the signals that matter. And we got a nice pump for Bitcoin, gave it back, but now we're getting a nice little pump again here. Relentless on these green candles on the 1 minute. It's a big giant one. We're back up $1,000 on the trade. We must have been up down near 1,200 at one point. And I'm making 1,200. You'd be like, oh, well, yours at 10, 30 grand, right? And you're scalping. You're a big shot. I got 1,500 one trade. I got 1,100 another. That's a total of like $2,700 and change, man. And I'm up $800. That's pretty dang good. Those are great returns. To make $800 off $2,700 is a great return. You know, you don't have to be a big shot. You just have to chip away. Now, this could be a right shoulder now. This is sketchy business. 1 minute's almost not worth really like staring at today. And the next, we got to let it find its way. The Tron network was doing interesting things recently, and I was watching Just and Sun, you know, not Just and Sun, but Just and Sun coin. Funny. So funny. But remember, last time I looked at it, I was saying this looks bullish to me, like it's going to break out, and it did. Look at this. And so we're just seeing some movement here that we're not seeing anywhere else. And, you know, maybe that is a bearish move, but it looks like a parabolic breakout is occurring. You've retested some support and resistance levels. Curving back on the stochastics with strength, though. And then here you're looking at this as a potential pattern right here, right? Like just a smaller version as we get tighter for the breakout. I don't know what's going on here, but this looks different than the rest of the market. I wouldn't be surprised if it does hit 12 cents. I own none of this. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just going over the facts here. I like to find things that make sense. I like to just keep my system going. Wherever I see my system, I want to keep it alive. It's almost like it's always there if I keep finding it. Sun isn't in the same, you know, bullish sentiment, but it looks like it could break out of like a little flag there, you see? Anyway, I wouldn't really trade it. I'm just interested in seeing why that one looks, you know. And then the Tron, look at the Tron network. Let's talk about Tron right now, which never had a bear market. Has been in an uptrend ever since ever. Like, and I see it getting a bounce here, especially if Bitcoin comes back. So if Bitcoin comes back and we get a run, I mean, what do you think is going to run the most? The coin that's been dumping the coin that pumped during the entire bear market. Look, Tron has been in an uptrend since 2020. It had a little bit of a dip in 2022 like everybody else, and then it had a massive spike in 2024. Came back to 21 cents, but that, you know what I mean? From 3 years prior, it was still up about 8x. A lot of coins went down to their very bottoms, like ever, like the lowest they've ever been. You're talking Engine Coin. You're talking almost everything, right? This looks like you could still have legs to the upside. I'd watch it if it loses the daily 200, but if it bounces back and gets tight, I mean, I don't see how this doesn't just continue. What ain't broke, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Tron looks like it's just going to continue to rip to the upside. You may want to put Tron on your radar. That thing has been a printer. Straight up. That's interesting. Interesting to see Tron just absolutely doing damage the way it is. Eddie Wales, can you pump Orty today, please? He says. You're funny, man. Tron is the real Bitcoin, my man. Clarity will pass, then Black Swan event late September, October, early October, and institutions load up, and then we go bull. Anything could possible. I don't even talk about it. I know chip for storage. I like the RR more on Sol. Nice way to get leverage exposure on MU. Semiconductor. I like that too. Yeah, you can just ride that ETF, the semiconductor ETF, and you know you load up near daily 200 moving averages, near weekly areas of support or resistance. Like you're right near weekly support. This is what I'm looking into too. I mean, semiconductor, nuclear power, data center. It's where the money's going to flow for the next couple of years until they get the situation together. You're looking for hidden bulls, higher lows, tweezer bottoms. You might be onto something here with a pretty good return. That'd be a 2x for Soxel. So XL, right? That's an ETF. I like the whole thought process behind it. You don't have to pick a certain semiconductor. They could have an issue one day. The plant could go down. You know, why do that? That's high risk. But buy the ETF, which probably owns a slew of them. And the overall idea is they're going to make money. So you're protected. Yeah, you give up some. You might only make a 2 to 3x instead of a 10 or 20. Fine, you give up some of that reward risk. But you also give away the risk. ETFs do that for you, kind of protect you from that overall. Once you think an overall idea is good, there's an ETF there for you now. You know? I think you're onto something, dude. And I appreciate your input on the channel. It's really cool. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Jitto does move. Aerodrome and Jitto. Let's take a look at those. Thank you for keeping it moving. I say it same way, Sammy. Soxel. I like it, right? Soxel, you're funny. Soxel competes with BTC for most gains in my port constantly. You're funny. Until new moon, up until that moving average region might be what is playing so far. I could see it. Yeah. Notably, Soxel is a 3x leverage semi ETF. Yeah. Took a measured move for ETH on the 30-minute from the 31st of July high. It took a measured move to where the current price is, and Eastern moved to around 200,000 for ETH. That's crazy. I don't know about that. That could take some time. Let's take a look at JTO, and then we're going to take a look at Aerodrome, one of my favorite plays. And I firmly believe, and I am using think and believe here when I come to speculation. When it comes to the charts, no. You can't think and believe you're going to bounce. No. You got to see a support or resistance. Well, I think and believe about narratives. I mean, Jitto, right? What a nice cup and handle there. Pull a Fibonacci on this retracement. I mean, you're right at the 618. And you could get the bounce. If Bitcoin bounces here, and Bitcoin implodes, it's going to take everything with it. You got to be okay with, that's why this is so high risk. These are lower volume, and if Bitcoin goes, they're all going to go. But you're at a 618 that's pleasing. You can keep a deep stop below a point of control. You have resistance, bounce. You're coming back for the secondary, which is somewhat of a double bottom. And when I mean secondary, second time you came and hit this exact level. Am I wrong? Right? Can you look at Sol? We just looked at Sol. If you jump back in, we will have tickers. We did look at Sol, though. That looks bullish to me. That's a cup and handle on Jitto. And we're working this like a clinic every day. Shout out to my lifers, man. Shout out to everyone that kicks it with me. I love how the live stream's connected to the Discord. The Discord's connected to the live stream. You live and breathe crypto with me. You live and breathe Bitcoin. I go to bed at night with an update. We wake up in the morning with an update. We connect the dots. We do the live stream. We don't stop. We keep the energy high. We keep it moving. We believe in ourselves, and we keep positive energy around. And we say, dear Lord, thank you for everything. God, thank you for everything you've given me. And I'm so grateful for my life and my time here. You know what I mean? Thank you for all the beautiful suits. Thank you for the life. Thank you for the ability just to live and breathe, forget the material things, but I am grateful for every single thing in my life. And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. My kids make me happy. My wife makes me happy. Life is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful journey. And each and every one of you should take it as such and believe that opportunity is coming to you every single day. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to come to you. Your mind's going to attract it. The universe is looking for the super seed. Okay, I've got a great, I just had one of the greatest metaphors of my life. Ever. Here's the land, right? Here's a low point in the land. There's a lower point in the land. There's a really low point in the land, right? And here's a little hose that's dripping that someone left, and it's flowing out a little bit. Where's the water going to go? That's going to go a little bit, right? And somehow it makes it here every time to the lowest point, right? It's going to make it there. You can't stop it. Water is going to find the lowest point. You can do whatever you want. You got to make a dam and all that, but even then, over time, it might creep through. Like in 1,000 years, every dam will eventually break, and water will will break it to its, and then that's because water is being pulled to its lowest point at all times. And when you make a dam, you're stopping it from getting to its lowest point, and there's pressure, right? And that's where you could use hydraulic pressure. That's the whole point. So what am I talking about? Why am I mentioning water? Well, look at this. Say opportunities are that faucet. Universe is pumping opportunity out every day. It really is. And it's aligning math for people that are thinking clearly. And like, you know, when the stars align, everyone said that, you know, the stars align, you know. Oh my, I jumped on Crypto Lifer's channel. I learned, man, I hit a big trade, man. The stars aligned. I bought my first house. Oh my gosh, you know, I joined the youth, you know, but I've heard that story. I went to cryptolifer.com and the stars aligned. Like everything worked out for me, you know. And that can't happen. Go to cryptolifer.com. Go to cryptolifer.com. The stars might just align for you. Why not throw your hat in the ring? Dude, we just 40x'd a coin from 460,000 up to 40 million. Anything could happen, man. Anything could happen. So up now another $1,000. We're going to see where this takes us. And we're showing you proper risk management too. We're not willy-nilly here with liquidation levels. We've got our stops above liquidation, stop losses on every trade. And you can see it right there. Take profit, stop loss, take profit. It's on every trade. One of the few people that does that on every trade too on this channel. Back to the metaphor. So opportunity is flowing out. Now remember how water flows to its lowest point? Say these are all the brains in the world waiting for the energy the universe provides it. Like connecting, making you have thoughts, you create ideas, right? The person that is believing they have all the opportunity is the one where the water's dropping to. It's bypassing all these other people. And the universe is dipping it out. And like, I'm being honest. And it's like, the people that believe they're the opportunity are the lowest point. Like, you know, and I don't mean the lowest point because that's not the best, way to say it. But you know, how water will find it, opportunity will find you. I'm telling you right now. Like, so if you're one of the bright ones shining out, you're actually giving off a radio frequency. God, you know, who you pray to God is helping you. The universe is in God and you live in the universe. You know, God uses the universe. You live in the universe. Some people don't say the universe because I'm not saying God is the universe. Some people do that. Like they don't believe in God. They say universe. But we live in the universe. Like we do, you know, supposedly, I guess. Maybe some people say, no, it's a flat plane in the firmament. I'm open-minded. I'm listening, but you never know. Right now, it seems like we live in this big open plane. I don't, you know, universe plane. I said it right. I guess that was a Freudian slip or something. But no, a Flatian slip, a Flatoshian slip. My whole point is, forget all that other stuff. I don't want to get into it. The idea was this. Because whether it's flat or round, it doesn't matter. You wake up every morning, you got to go. And you still got to do this. And you still got to believe that you're amazing. And you still got to attract opportunity and help others. If you don't believe you're amazing, how can you help others? The leader of the Indian tribe, he's strong. He believes. He leads his men into war, into battle, into defensing a tribe that's coming against him, right? Back then. If he wasn't strong and believe in himself, would anyone else believe in him? No way, man. You got to be confident to lead. And to help others, you got to be confident. How can you help someone else if you can't help yourself? Impossible, right? So my point is, if you believe your opportunity is all the little things in the universe that are helping and trying to align the people that are striving so hard, it's going to happen for you. The things are going to happen for you. The stars are going to align for you. I'm telling you, you're going to look back and be like, dude, how did all this happen? How did I get the chandelier that I always dreamed of and I walked in the front door? Like how? Because I dreamed it. Because it had to be, because there was no other option. Once you create a reality that has to be, that's the reality that will come. Another pump back to the upside here for Bitcoin. Off the top of the channel. And we're back up 1,000. This is just such a resistance level here. Unreal what's going on. Some of the most sideways price action I've seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of sideways price action, I'll tell you that. A lot. Like so much. Is here at like a pro and you'll make money. Yeah. Shout out to Crypto Archie in the house, man. Always, showing me some tweets, sending some love to his community. I appreciate that, man. Well, you can't chase the top. You can only buy a dip. You know what I mean? So if you think to Raven Hunt, join, you got to think twice. That's what people say. Oh my gosh, he's selling his green car. MM Crypto. He's selling that 101. There's only one like it in the whole world, man. It's crazy. It's so silly, man. The stuff that I see out there every day on X is ridiculous, right? Including our live stream. Get ready for the week stream tomorrow when we take over with the Token 24 Challenge. Excited to do that in collaboration with Weeks. Appreciate it. Bitcoin higher time frame still look bullish, yeah. But this looks like cat ears now, doesn't it? 1, 2, buckle my shoe. I don't know what to say, folks. We're battling these sideways time frames. I'm having fun no matter what, man. This is a performance of a lifetime every single day here on the show, and I'm grateful to provide it. Fiat Link shows money being flown into crypto. People still buying Litecoin. People buying Tesla. Look at that. Showing everything nowadays. A lot of Ethereum, though, and a lot of Bitcoin. They're continuing to pile on in, folks. They're continuing to pile on in. Ooh, Aerodrome. And I think you put another one out there. And I like to look at Aerodrome on Coinbase. It's got the higher low on the daily, cup and handy. And this thing has done many a cup and handle and ripped. It's also got this like new form trend line that may kind of hang out. That would be a bigger move too as well. Should be the length here. You get good at eyeing your measured moves without even measuring them. You just get better. And look, that could be a bigger idea of an Adam and Eve. That could eventually produce a move somewhere to what? $2.98. Wow, though. We waited so long for $3. Like, anyway, we got in here around the 30 cent region, and it did rip all the way to 230, and then we got in, you know, again, it's ripped twice to 230 from about 30 cents. So it's done almost at 8x 2 times, and then even there it ripped up to 152 and did a 5x. So I still hold my arrow because I believe there's something bigger coming for it. I wanted $20. I was going to see it turn into the next cake. DeFi expanding. I guess I over-speculated how DeFi was going to play out, and then I thought, hey, who's the biggest king? Coinbase? I connected the dots. That had worked out for me before. This time it didn't. Not the same. I mean, I guess it did twice. I just didn't take profits when I should have. But I was looking for even though we hit those levels, the bigger idea that I'm looking for didn't occur yet. So the real reason I invested in AERO hasn't played out yet. So I'm stubbornly waiting for my desire, my outcome that I'm looking for. The daily 200 is a great place. It is a higher low. I wouldn't be surprised if we see AERO back at 61 cents not too long from now. I still own it too, so hey, I will disclose that. So I own some IF, I own some AERO. Chop Solation, yeah, James, yeah. Anyone else have nope. AERO needs to dump back to 35 cents, yeah. When AERO, yeah. The good news is that if Clarity Act fails, Dems lose the midterms. Funny, that's what somebody said. We looked at JTO, we looked at AERO, and I want to see stable, yep. Turbo, yep. Blue chip, thank you for saying that. It's a very nice compliment. People have been here since 2019. That's, we got, this guy's been in the Discord since 2020. He said something about an email. I'll have to take a look. I don't know exactly what he means. Oh no, and there it is, the cat ears. Look at that, after everything now. That's cat ears, folks. That tells me we're likely to make a measured move down now. Might just call this a day and come back at another time, man, to trade. Close up shop, up $800 and call it a day, right? And then the second I close it, this thing goes on a tear. Absolute insane price action today that will really grind your teeth down. It's good to go for a walk, take a bike ride, set your trades and walk away. Don't let it play games with you. Don't let it take you around. Just be chill. Just be chill. Handle it properly, do your thing. All right. Everyone, I'm going to be making my own soap from now on. Yeah, I've learned actually how to make soap. 500 grams of coconut oil. I think about 150 grams of distilled water and about 175 grams of sodium hydroxide. You got to figure this out for yourself and do it yourself. Always put sodium hydroxide into water. Never water into sodium hydroxide. It'll get hot and make a vapor. Have a area where it's highly ventilated. Mix the two together. In a crock pot, melt the coconut oil until that's a nice substance. All right. Then pour this into that. And then you're going to actually like blend it into a buttery substance. Not too thick. Not too thin. Then you're going to pour it in, and you're going to let it sit for a second. Then you're going to pour it into a mold. Okay. And you're going to let it sit for 24 hours where it hardens. Then you can cut it. You don't want to cut it in 48 hours. It would be too hard to cut. So cut it when it's semi-soft there. And then you need to let it sit for 4 to 6 weeks. In 6 weeks, you'll have a beautiful bar of soap. Okay. Now you can add lavender to it. You can add herbs to it. You can add what you like. Be very minimal. They will go a long way. We're talking 10 grams of maybe like a lot, maybe a lemon oil or eucalyptus, whatever you feel could be invigorating, a citrus oil, Or you can just keep it coconut, the hydroxide, and the distilled water. You could add maybe a little, natural shea butter for milkiness, And then you could begin to experiment as you get older and do different things, depending on how you feel. But that's how you make a bar of soap at home. I ordered my first batch of sodium hydroxide. It's coming in a couple days. I'm going to show you guys my first bar of soap that I make in about a week. And then the sad thing is when you get started, it takes 6 weeks, 4 weeks, but then the bar of soap won't last as long. Like for the bar of soap to last the longest, you want to store it for 6 weeks. Okay. And you got to get, so you got to get an electronic mixer. And you're like, why am I doing this? Well, I guess price action has been so sideways lately. I've been thinking of making soap. I'll probably sell it. Everything I do, I'll turn into a venture. I'll probably turn it into some venture. End up making $100,000 a month off soap. You know what I mean? But that's the plan. That's the goal. We'll see what happens. I believe it's possible. Hey, man, there's so much garbage products out there. Why are we buying stuff off the shelf? We can make our own soap, man. And then you could do all the things that you like. What if you like you could put a little sea salt in there. You put a little salt in the soap to give it that extra. You can carve out little places and then you can sprinkle salt into it. There's so many cool things you can do. All right. It's all about sourcing proper ingredients though, and really doing the research of where it's coming from. Okay. And be very careful with that sodium hydroxide. Like, you got to use gloves and all that stuff. Like, it will burn. Keep vinegar around. If it burns, you can put vinegar and it's supposed to be kind of spot to help it really quick. You didn't hear it from me. Let's get back to trading. We're not soap makers. You know what I mean? Dang, man. Everything to make, we're still up about $900 or more. $960. I get in $960, we chop around, and then I can go and get in, I can get in again. And I'm up at $2,000 after the other $1,000, and the trade just keeps going. They're grinding me down, man. Like, they're really trying to grind me down. The more I look at it, the more I want to just end the trade because I just can't take it anymore. Like the waiting. The waiting game. Enough of the waiting game, right? What a day, huh? It's not even Thursday, too. It's Wednesday, huh? Interesting. Let's take a look at what's happening with what we got, because I believe we have unemployment claims tomorrow, which, dang, should give us some good volatility at 8:30. Maybe we go sideways until then. Everyone's just going to wait. President Trump speaks today at 4:30. That might move the market a little bit, too. So pay attention to that. And then we got unemployment rate. So we got, and listen, if unemployment claims come in low, the unemployment claim come in low, we should be able to front run that pump. I did it about 2-3 weeks ago. I did the same, and it played out pretty cool. Like I made some money doing it. And it was at the last minute, I said, man, this should pump. And I never did that. I never speculated on Fed Day. I mean, not Fed Day, on unemployment claims. Like, I usually say, let's not trade new. Let's wait for the data, you know. But I said, man, I'm going to be a shark today and go at it because it makes sense, you know. Your microphone unmuted and had no signal a few seconds ago. Am I back, though? So weird. And we got through all the super chats, too, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Am I back? I actually paused on crypto investing and investing into a PC chair and monitoring feels good. Getting something for yourself. Amen. Yep. Why stress over trading? Why not buy and hold? I'm not stressing. This is fun. This is an added set of income over time. Yeah. Sam with the alternate personality. Yep. There was no audio cut out for me. Excellent. Appreciate to hear that. Shout out to FLV Prank. And if you want to learn more about me and join my Discord, go to cryptolifer.com, cryptolifer.com, cryptolifer.com. We put it in the pinned comment. We make it very easy to access. To be accessible here, you hit cryptolifer.com, go to subscribe. Join for the month, the quarterly, or the year. I sell a beautiful, beautiful lifestyle of my education. You follow me, basically. You're with me every day. You get to hang out with a guy that's a self-made millionaire, which I believe is a privilege and no lie. Stay super positive. I reconstructed my subconscious mind to become full of gratitude and gratefulness, and I've used that equation with God and love to propel my life into greatness, and I can help you. I know that. Even just living a better life, higher energy life, and then we can, work on your education and your trading style, your risk management, see why you're really losing, and get down to the bottom of how we can, give you the education that you're probably lacking, which is another reason why you're using so much of your emotions to trade. When you don't have an education, you're going to rely on your emotions. You're going to open trades and you think you're actually using like intuition and trading, but you're not trading. You're a deer in headlights that has no idea what you're doing. And your lack of education is forcing you to look other places for why you're in and out of trades. And, you need to know, okay, I'm away from the 21. I'm near the 200. I'm consolidating. I'm on a trend line, support and resistance, candle bodies. Like, these have to be the reasons you're looking in and out of trades. If you're getting in and out of trades because of, unless you got into a trade the right, sometimes I get into a trade the right way and then I'm euphoric. Like, it's a huge pump. That euphoria tells me I should get out. If you feel like calling somebody and telling them how good the trade was, it's a really good indication that you should get out of the trade. Crazy, right? And almost 90% of the time when my trade's up so good, I want to show it off. That was the time to get out. That was a good time to get out. And you'll find, repeat that to yourself and watch this over day. I was told to me, and then it really became a true story to me. I'm almost positive that will become a true story to you. Remember, when we're far away from that 21 and we get the pump, it still looks somewhat bullish to me until we hold that, as long as we hold that 200 moving average. Could still turn into a bearish day for me. You never know, man, the way I'm hugging this thing. The inability to let go. And look, that was a cat ears that played out. That's cat ears on the 1 minute time frame. What are cat ears? Cat ears are two humps with like the head in the middle. And they do this diagonal move to the downside, which is basically the length of the hump to the top of the cat ear. And that's exactly what you're supposed to see for cat ears. See, it looks like the top of a cat's ears and then it comes back down. And you get this diagonal move down. Like 90% of the time. It's a double top essentially as well, but they're cat ears are a little closer. Double tops can be like far away, sometimes right next to each other. Cat ears tend to have this like chunk in the middle. You've seen it many times here, cat ears. Now we lose the 200 moving average on the 1 minute. We're likely headed down to the 200 moving average on the 3 minute. We lose the 200 average on the 3 minute. We're likely headed down to the 5 minute. And if we lose the 5 minute, it's the 7 and the 10 and then the 15. And then like my overall, let's see here. Let's delete now. And let's just make sure my big thesis is still in play, which is the 1 hour. The 1 hour is still. And that's why I got to keep my wits about me. The 1 hour is still doing its thing. Honestly, the 1 hour just says, what I see in the 1 hour is bullish. I might get stopped out. I should move that down to that wick. So now this closes at 12 o'clock. That's going to be a tweezer top in 4 minutes. You got it. That's going to come back down again. And then I see about 8 hours of sideways price action yet again. And then we pump tonight. Tells me to stay in my daily, stay in my scalps, and just position. Might even add to the long in a few hours if we're right there. As long as the 21 stays above the 200, I'm going to stay long. I'm not going to budge here. I don't care how boring it gets. I'm not budging. Target's now 66.7. And BOOKMAP's with me on it. Doesn't mean it's 100%, but BOOKMAP backs me up and says we are going to liquidate these longs. I mean, these shorts. Back up to 65.5 and higher. So, yes. Yes and yes. Let's jump back into the chat one more time and reconnect. I love y'all. Can you look at Banker, please? Mike Percy. God bless you, Mike. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Let me take a look. I'm not missing any more fan funding as that came in. Mike, man. God bless you, Mike. And the secret to success is being amazing, Mike. Thank you. You're amazing, bro. Let's look at Banker. Vaughn, I haven't looked at this coin in a long time. I see what you're saying. Like, it keeps coming back. This is a region that it loves to revisit. And you can see clearly I can see clearly now the rain is gone. But look, resistance, bounce. Resistance, wick. Bounce. So this area is the area for Banker, right? And you can see it is kind of, once it got above it, it did pump. And so you're seeing, is it going to get this move again? Are they setting up for the same idea? And I think this is what you're speculating on. I don't know. Or if you're long-term and, daily's oversold, it could bounce. To me, it's a little high risk for my liking. I wouldn't trade it. But, I'm done with looking for the bottom of a coin that not many people have talked about in a long time. No offense, Mike. God bless you. Bankers hasn't had a lot of volume. No one really discusses it. It's battling the 200. Maybe you're onto something. You get into the daily, you hold it for a few days, and you get a nice pump here. It is oversold. You're not chasing the top. There's some good odds there with the oversold stochastic. And it is at that place where it has had a massive bounce twice before. So I think I see your speculation. I'm not about it. But hey, just because I'm not trading it, again, I'm not telling you what to do. So God bless you, man. Thank you, Mike. Yeah. Love is love. Shout out to Stack McChange in the house. Are you stacking McChanges? And look, this looks like it's going to close a red candle. So all they did was front run us here, get us a little excited for the pump, and then bring it back down. Got people to long a little too excitedly. I see this consolidating again for another 6 to 10 hours like this. No stress, just kind of better off buying bank stocks instead. Yeah. So I watch for this to go sideways. I see Bitcoin going sideways again for the next, 10 to 12 hours. It's kind of what I see happening. Taking profits of the trade. Tweezer top of the 1 hour. Wait to get back in and the liquidity above. Yeah. It might just dip and rip, though. The daily's still strong to me. Look, so there's the close. There's the 12 o'clock close. Let's take a look at the 4-hour close, too, right now. Live here on Weeks. The 4-hour close was strong. It was a bullish engulfing candle. You know what I mean? The 4-hour might just absolutely rip us and rip it a hole. The 4-hour might just do some damage here, folks. It might just say, you know what? I'm going to take charge. It's a little far for the 21, though. If it gaps up, then we got to think about what happens there, too. But that's a bullish engulfing candle. I just want to see consolidation for 60 more hours. Pull that 21 above the 200 of the 4. It tells me to stay strong here. And then Percy gives 5 memberships. I can't believe that, man. This guy does it almost every day, too. Like, that right there is $25, I think. I can't believe you guys keep doing that. Yeah. Can you explain who the market makers are? It's honestly a group of human beings that put most of the money in the market. and they lend liquidity to the exchanges. And they make money off the fees, right? Anyway, we'll see what happens here. Be easy, folks. You can see how I'm playing it in my risk management. You got to do the same and know what you're doing. So nothing's guaranteed. We take it day by day. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I'm super excited that you're with me every single day and support me. Without you guys showing up every day, it would be very, very difficult for me to do the same. You provide me confidence as a father because I have a job and a place to be every day. You really provide health, mental health for me. You guys don't have no idea. If I show up every day with a place to be, with a confident way of life, and I just want to say thank you to everyone that comes to my show every single day. And thank you to Google, thank you to YouTube, and thank you to my team and anyone who helps me provide this value the show that we provide every day, the value of the show. So God bless you all. Thank you so much. The secret to success is getting started. Success. I started this show one day and it gave me a lot of success and changed my life. So all I can say is keep going. Never stop. Stay away from negative people and negative situations. Stay away from drugs and alcohol. Keep pushing and never give up, man. I love you all. Don't stop and believe in yourselves. I care about you more than you would ever know, and I want to see you fly. God bless you all. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. like we do every day, and I'll see you all in the Discord. If you want more of me, you love what you just had, you want more, go to CryptoLifer.com. Go to CryptoLifer.com, and jump into the Discord. The secret to success is getting started. What are you waiting for, man? I joined a Discord years ago. I really did. It was a Telegram at the time. I paid my $99 a month, and I'll be honest, I'm here now, man. I learned so much, and I entered into the multiverse of crypto, and look where I am today. So secret to success is getting started. I don't know if your journey will be the same as mine, but I can only tell you how mine started, and it started with joining a trading group. So here I am offering that same road that I went down. God bless you all. I'll see you in the Discord.